And as far as I'm concerned, this game, along with early fighting games like Street Fighter or Tekken and StarCraft 1 probably, these are the games that were responsible for completely legitimizing esports, and also responsible for kinda just inventing LAN parties. I'm sure LAN parties have probably existed prior to this, but the difference there is that I was able to play in Counter-Strike 1.6 LAN parties, and those were fun as hell. Counter-Strike kinda has the reputation of being like chess. The game never changes. In fact, if you've never played the original Counter-Strike mod or Counter-Strike 1.6 or whatever version you want to play, odds are if you've only experienced the modern games but went back to play the original, you will be surprised by how much the game has remained the same. Sure, there were some quirks that needed ironing out and some things were removed from the game like the riot shield. You will be missed. But ultimately, the DNA was all there, and every new Counter-Strike game since then has just been a matter of refining that core gameplay loop and design. It really astounds me how much Valve and the Counter-Strike modding team were able to get it right the first time around. If there's one thing that I can give praise to the original Counter-Strike over its more modern iterations, it's just that the original Counter-Strike had the spirit of competitiveness, but also fully embraced its wacky side, because there were a lot of older maps that competitively made absolutely no sense. Those things were basically mazes or just badly designed, but I don't care, they were just fun. Remember the big kitchen room, or the airplane map, or even the one that takes place in a frozen glacier or something like that? So many fun Counter-Strike maps that would never see the light of day in more modern titles just because they were not competitively viable. Which sure, competitive hardcore Counter-Strike players wouldn't want to play them in the first place, but it just sucks now that everyone is either pro or a wannabe pro, and thus the casual spirit of the game just doesn't really exist. It's just unfortunate that the spirit of competitiveness lives on in the modern Counter-Strike games. The casual wacky side, not so much. But hey, I guess Valve has other games to pick up the slack when it comes to humor and comedy and wackiness, huh? I played Counter-Strike 1.6 quite a bit. I have fond memories of all the classic weapon sounds and voice lines. And again, this game was responsible for paving the way for competitive video games to be taken seriously. That legacy alone is enough to put it on this list. Being genuinely fun is just a nice bonus. Alright, moving on to the next entry, we got
Onage. I said push their racks, not pause for snacks.
Hey, Gabe?
I'm not wearing underwear. No. Hi, it's Gabe Enurlane. It's Gabe Newell.